Hey guys, we are back in the gym and it is International Bench Day. Well, it's not today, but I'm pretty sure it was when we did this. I think it was a Monday. As you can see, I'm not all alone again for once. For twice now, I suppose. Still starting out the workouts with muscle ups. There we go. 5-ish still, and then a minute on the bike. At least the dip portion of the muscle up is relatively relevant to a bench day, so it's got some relevant warm up, and then we just move on to a couple of light sets on the bench for a warm up, and then we will be ready to go. As you can see, you've got Dan, got some dogs, got all kinds of friends today in the gym, which is very rare for me. Usually I'm all on my lonesome. Which does mean usually I can't bench anything that I'm not sure I can bench. Apparently Benny wants to help. Fortunately it's not that helpful. Yeah, unfortunately that usually means I can't bench anything that I don't know that I can bench. So it means I can't really push a 1 rep max, which is fine, but it is nice to have someone there every now and again so you can work with a spotter and try and do something you wouldn't normally be able to do by yourself. May have noticed the way I set up. Generally set up the same way every single time from light weights through to heavy weights. Try and keep that the same every time. It makes it easy to make sure it's the same every time because you'll know as soon as you lie down that it's different. Now starting to move into a couple of working sets. I think this day I started with a set of 10, then a set of 8, and then a set of 4 or something. Might have even worked up to a single, but I can't quite remember. Yeah, it's definitely good to have an extra set of hands there. Sometimes even just having an extra set of hands there will help move a little bit more weight, just because you got that additional confidence to try something that you might not normally try. Oh, that was a very good one. So yeah, it's always handy to have someone else floating around if you happen to have someone to be floating around. I'm not sure if I've said this in another video, but hopefully soon we'll have some stuff with Dan, because he's fresh at lifting, showing a bit of a walkthrough for people that are really fresh to lifting. As you can see, turns out I can't quite do that for 2 on that night. So yeah, definitely good to have an extra person there. So now moving into some incline dumbbells. Pretty standard stuff. I think would have been working on around sets of 12. And pretty well all the workout for this day is just chest press variations, trying to get a good amount of volume in there, as pretty well everything in my current split is. It's kind of not so much a legs, chest, back split as much of a movement split, because I'm trying to get better at some specific movements, so I'm just trying to get a good amount of volume behind those movements. Because basically there are a couple of ways to get better at a movement, and it's either you get stronger at it or you get smarter at it. So I'm just trying to get some volume behind it, get my body used to those movement patterns and just better at those movement patterns, because there's definitely a lot of room for improvement there for me, as I'm sure some people seeing this will probably notice, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. So moving on from 3 sets of 10 or 12 of those, I can't remember, to 3 sets of 15 of these. As you can see, I changed to the hex head dumbbells. I find it good because I can press the weights together, and I'm trying to squeeze those weights together through the whole movement, which makes light weights feel really heavy. But for this movement, it's not really about moving a huge amount of weight. Obviously, moving more weight is good, but it's more about concentrating on the contraction of the muscle and getting a good amount of control in there. So trying to get that control with a huge amount of weight, or what is a big amount of weight for you or for whoever's doing it, is going to make it pretty hard to really concentrate on the movement. So I'm just doing sets of 10 or maybe 15 of those. I can't quite remember. Maybe we'll count on the next one. Supersetted with some diamond push-ups, and it turns out doing that superset, diamond push-ups, can't really do that many of them, but that's okay. Moving into some more of these. Not really sure what they're called. I guess close grip chest press, dumbbell chest press, close grip dumbbell chest press, whatever you want to call them. And that was pretty well it for the workout. And that leaves nothing left to do but have a good stretch and head on home. So, you've made it all the way to the end. May as well do something now you're here. May as well like the video, may as well subscribe, see what else is coming up, and I will see you guys in the next one.